Welcome back, all my wonderful undines, those water elementals out there. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And today I would like to offer your July bonus reading for the elemental energies of water. And that covers the zodiac signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or have water high up in your chart, then this is for you. I am shuffling the cards and pulling the cards for our reading right now. If you have never had your charts drawn up, there is a link in the description to a really good product. It's the Natal Chart by Llewellyn, and they do a really good job. And it's just a basic birth chart. There's nothing, there's a couple more complicated ones, but if you've never had it done, the basic one is just a good way to get a little overview, see what's going on, see where you're at, and it gives you a really good outline of your base personality. And there's a section in there on the elemental alignment that's just by itself. And I will say, for me personally, when I first got them done many years ago, the elemental alignment one was more accurate to my understanding at that time. I've since gotten better at understanding the rest of the zodiac, but for that time, that was the easiest way to understand what all that meant. So, if you're interested, those are linked down below. With that, we'll get started with the bonus reading. For these ones, I like to do just a basic Celtic cross, get a good idea of where you're at right now, what's going on inside world, outside world, and who's helping you along the way. And then after we're done with that, we'll hop into some oracle cards. So, water for July, your bonus reading, we have, this is where you're at. This is the significator. So this is who you are in this moment. And it is the Six of Cups. Just one second, I gotta move one thing here, because of course I always forget until after I push record that I do these things. But so the Six of Cups, this is where you're at right now. I'm feeling this energy of you're either in the process of being venerated, like someone's praising you almost to the point of like worship, like you have sycophants running around, or you're the one that's worshiping somebody else. Like there's something that's around you that's being honored in a very powerful way. There's this energy of being above someone else or looking up to someone is what I'm hearing. Honestly, water, what I'm getting is this is this is your energy. So you're the one that's being really honored. You've succeeded in some way that you never thought you could before, and other people are noticing it, and they're really wanting to put the energy into it. And so it's almost like there's just a little bit of an ego inflation, and that's not good, bad, and different. The ego is part of who you are. Learning to keep it under control is the important part. But right now there's this kind of a fluffed up energy, like definitely want to tread lightly, what I'm hearing for this particular moment in time. The energy that's crossing you, this could be a challenge or something that's coming up that's getting in the way, is the Nine of Wands. There's definitely an energy of passion and creation here, but there's also this energy of, I keep getting the word exhaustion, like you fought so many battles, you're so tired. So the energy that's crossing you is basically like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I have fought the battles. Why am I still dealing with this? And this is something that is going to lean on you a little bit this month. And it's not saying it's totally bad, but it's definitely a challenge you're going to be working through. And before we go any further, I'm getting this very strong feeling, water, take care of yourself the rest of this month and going forward. There's something going on here. We'll get into the cards and see what else comes up, but I'm getting a really strong impression right now that there is this need for self-care. Like you keep giving and giving and giving and giving, and your body and your soul are like, dudette, pause for a second. We need to catch up. And that's where this challenge is you keep having this feeling like you have to keep going, but that's not necessary, because where you're standing right now, everyone's kind of praising you, like you're in the right spot. So this challenge is definitely going to be a challenge to slow down, is what I'm hearing. So your higher self energy is the Ten of Wands. the higher self is saying you're carrying these burdens, you've done the work. The project you've been working on has come to completion. Lay down your burden. You don't have to carry it around anymore. I mean, this dragon looks exhausted. And your higher self is saying, why are you still toting this? Let it go. You've completed a cycle. This passion project, this thing that has been your drive, that has been pushing you, that you cannot let go of, it's time to call it. Like you've completed it. There's some new energy that's wanting to come in. There's some new energy, some new vibes. There's something ready to change for you, water. And it's definitely time to put down the thing that you've been working on because it's done. You've completed the project. So let's look at your shadow self here. It is the Knight of Cups. Emotionally, you've conquered your inner demons. And the shadow is bringing forward your success, saying, why are you not accepting this? It feels like it's going to be a little bit of a deep reading for you, water, so I will give you a heads up right now. But why are you fighting? Like, why are you still fighting? The battle's over. You are carrying your success here. Is that it's a seal. You're carrying your success. You are in a really good spot. Everyone is noticing that you have risen above the challenges. The reason this is in your shadow, the part of you that you don't want to accept right now, is because you're not ready to let go of the fight. And they're saying there's no more fight. It's over. You've completed it. Basically, you've won. So why are we still, why is the passion and the anger and the frustration still boiling over when your natural inclination is to be like, okay, I've done this. So water, I'm getting... And it's interesting because you have 2 cards of water and 2 cards of fire. And so you, in this moment, are calling to your core and calling to your elements. The things that are telling you to slow down are actually your opposites, which makes you want to push back on them because it is your opposite. Fire is opposite water. But it's really wanting you to understand in this moment, the fire is actually trying to benefit you. It's trying to remind you to take care of yourself so you can keep going. And the water's like, yeah, what are we doing here? So your immediate past is number 4, the Emperor. So we got some divine masculine coming in. This could have been a male mentor. This could have been some kind of masculine influence on you in the past 1 month, 6 months, or a year. And what I'm getting is you've had so much good luck, and there's been this guidance from this more divine masculine energy, and that could show up as, a very... what's the right term here? Masculine woman or as a man, and I've met both, so that has nothing to do with it. This is the energy coming in. But it's really saying because of that, you've been able to succeed and grow, and that's what's led you to where you're at in this moment. If I can pick my cards here. I have a small desk. I'm working on fixing this. This is you in this moment, meaning other people are honoring where you're at, the accomplishments that you have completed. Your past is saying, and this is how you got there. There's this reflection energy that you can see here, as above, so below, saying that this is not just a one-dimensional, two-dimensional thing. You have succeeded in this, coming up to this point, in ways that other people never thought, and it was much broader than the straight timeline that you had anticipated. So you are in a really good spot right now. It's just a matter of reminding yourself to take care of yourself. So your immediate future is the 10 of Swords. Everything that you've done has led to a future of conquering. I'm getting this very strong image right here that if you're not willing to take care of yourself, the chaos will continue. Where the energy that you're dealing with right now, where you're just kind of floating. There's a little bit of frustration. It's saying, enough with that. You've slain the thing that was the problem. It's now time to release it. And with swords, we're talking about air energy, so this is actually a complementary energy for you. Intellectually, you have completed things, and this future is showing you everything is wrapped up correctly. There's no reason, logically, to keep pushing and keep going to war like this poor dragon up here. He's still fired up. And there's no more reason for that anymore, is what I'm hearing. You've done the things in where you're at right now. You're getting basically praised for it. Going forward, there is two different paths I'm seeing here. One of them is taking the path of stepping back, letting, like, you've done the thing, so you're setting it down, and you're taking care of yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically. But the other side is you're going to hold tight to, well, I can't pause. There's still things out there I have to do. I have to keep going and keeping yourself amped up. And that's where this chaos is going to continue. So, water, right now, you have the choice to pick your future. There's two options for you. One, take a rest and allow things to go, because you've put everything in play. Everything is on the table. Everything is moving at this point. You don't need to push at this. Go with the flow. Water, you're good at this. Just flow along with what's happening. But the other side is, if you choose to try to pull back on those reins and you're going to be the one that's directing this traffic, things could still be a little bit bumpy for a minute. So you've got the choice right now. Let's take a peek at your inner world, your personal attitude, so to speak. We have 21, which is the universe. Traditional tarot, this would be the world. And with this one, your current attitude, you know you've completed a cycle. You know you are done with whatever it was you're working on. But you still have this little bit of push, but what about the next thing? What about the next thing? I've got all these plans. I've got all these things. Water, this is not your natural state. Your natural state is flow. Your natural state is to go with how things go in the natural order of life, which is what's being brought up to light here with the universe, is you've come to the end of a pattern. Celebrate that. And your inner world, your dominant thoughts I'm getting right here are saying, you've already completed this. You're in a good place. Enjoy it. There's this little voice in the back of your head that's going, but we've got all these other things to do. We've got to start this next project. We've got to do this. We have this person we have to impress. We have this step we have to take. Universe is wanting you to take a breath. So that's where we're at right here. Your inner world is even trying to remind your ego, put that thing away, to settle, relax. The world's in chaos. We all are fully aware of that. But you don't have to be water. You go with the flow. You can bounce around and you can deal with things and everything works out. And that's what they're wanting to remind you of. You already know this, water. You're intuitive. Well, all water signs are. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you're all intuitive. This is a reminder from an outside voice to take a check to what's being said inside, because there is some important information coming in there. So your outside world, your environment that you're standing in right now, and this could be friends, family, influences of some form that are talking to you, is the Seven of Cups. They're saying, you've accomplished so many of your dreams. What's next? What are you dreaming about? They're wanting you to take the time to rest so you can get the clear vision on what's coming. Because what's coming is a lot. There's new beginnings. There's rising from the ashes. You've got a masculine, feminine energy going on here. There's wealth. There's knowledge. There's a fish. There's your emblem as well, plus all the cups. So it's really saying you've got yourself ready in the right place to now, what are you dreaming? What are you creating next? But they're wanting you to do it from a state of peace, from quietness. The outside world, your personal environment, those around you are telling you, take a break. If someone wants to go to dinner and just laugh and have fun, go to a movie, go to a comedy show, go do that. Rent a movie and have some friends over and just cackle at whatever it is. My personal choice is horror films, but find something that you really enjoy and take 15 minutes, 2 hours a day and just decompress. Allow yourself to that gift. And that's what's coming up with the Seven of Cups is you're not going to be able to see where you're headed if you hold so tight to the reins that the chaos prevails. When you let go and you start to go with the flow, your inner world, your intuition, your universal mind is going to step up and be like, okay, now we got this. Where are we headed next? But even your outside world is saying it's time to rest. So, hopes and fears. Where are we at here? Seriously. We have number 11, Justice. So, With this, it is knowledge and wisdom, action versus passive. This is a call for you, water, to find your balance. Hopes and fears. Your fear is, well, what if I don't do this next thing? I'm going to miss this opportunity. I'm not going to be able to complete this project. I've got to do all these things. I've got to stay focused. I have to hold on to these reins. I have to be the one in charge. I have to. Those are fear-based responses. Those are all things saying that you don't actually trust your intuition. You're not listening to God's source divine. The people who are around you are trying to give you good advice. You're ignoring them. That's the fear. The hope is, now that I've done all those things and I've brought myself to this point, I've put everything in play, I can actually rest because the universe is now taking us down this path. We're going with the flow, and that's allowing me to rest. The animals in this image, neither the owl nor the rat, have to work for everything. I mean, there's some work involved, but they don't have to worry about providing. They have to go out and do their thing, and they're provided for. And that's what the universe is saying, is you don't have to worry anymore. Your hopes are that everything is balanced, everything is in the right place. Step back, let go of those reins, and watch what happens when the universe kicks in. Before I pull the last card, water, you have built such momentum. You have built such a beautiful upswing in where you're headed. There's so many things that are ready. You've pushed the rock over the top, however you want to use the metaphor. It's moving. The momentum is there. The universe is saying, get off from in front of it. Let it go. Because you're trying to like hold it up and be like, I'm going to walk this down the mountain. The universe is like, move. And that's what's coming up here. And that's the hope is, now that you've done all the work, let it happen. And that's where we're at here, is you're ready for this snowball to like take off and roll down this mountain and actually bring everything that you've been working on into your lap. There's people that are noticing where you're at. That's where you're at right now. People are noticing it. Your ego is getting a little puffy is kind of what the challenge is, because you've fought the battle. It's time for rest. Your higher self is saying, why are you still carrying this rock? Let it go. Let the universe take it. It's going to go down the hill the way it's supposed to. Even your shadow is on the same page saying, why are we still fighting about this? You've already won. Move. So, your outcome here is a little bit creepy, but it's not actually as bad as you think. It's number 13. It's the Death card. Death means it's time to let go of the past. The way you used to do things, the way things used to occur, the struggle mindset that used to exist no longer applies. This card is saying it is an end of an era, but there's birth for the future. This is not a time of sadness, but of freedom. You don't have to hold on to the struggle anymore. Water, this is such an interesting reading because you have so many kind of conflicting energies going on here. You have a lot of water. Fire is your biggest pain in the rear end here. But the outcome is really saying it's time to let things go. The universe has been working with you. You have set things in motion. And now it's time for you to step back and let go of the control. Let that die. And let go of that need to basically dominate the entire conversation, because it's no longer working for you. It's time to step into the flow state. Water, this is your natural state. So it's just reminding you to get into that state, because the outcome is the end of an era, but the promise of a new one. There's an underlying theme here, which is the Queen of Cups. So this is the divine feminine. You had the divine masculine that's helped you in the past. And this is the divine feminine. She's saying, look at what you have created. There's peace in this card. She's saying you have mastered the things that you've needed to master. You have prepared yourself to receive. There is a new future on the way. And this new future needs to have some space to work. Your outcome is saying make space. Clear things out, what's not working, mindsets. It could be cleaning your house, like you've got that pile of clothes you need to donate. time to get rid of those, or whatever it is that's in the way. Make space. Because she's saying everything that you've done, everything you have wanted, has been set up, put in motion, and is waiting. The underlying theme is, let's actually accept what we've been wishing for. The Queen of Cups is not, she's not coming in to be hostile. She's coming in to say the mastery is there, and she's doing it intuitively, very subtly. So it's more of like, oh, well, maybe I need to get rid of this, or maybe I need to organize that, or if you are single and you're actually looking for somebody right now, maybe it's a good time to stop sleeping on the entire bed, quit starfishing, and start, make some space in the closet, whatever it is. This is the time for that. That's where the death card is saying, it's time to let go of an era, things that have been, you're always going to remember them, you've learned the lessons from them, but let the energy go. You don't need that anymore. So with that, we'll hop into our oracle cards. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and comment. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. Also, if you are getting a different vibe from any of the cards that I've held up, or you're getting your own intuitive guidance, which is totally cool, if you're comfortable, feel free to drop that in the comments down below, because it's always interesting to hear what other people say. When I do readings in person, or private readings, it's always interesting to hear what other people's opinions are of some of the cards that pop up, because we all read through our own lenses, and we always see things from our perspectives and how we interpret the images that are coming through. So hearing what someone else has to say, it helps the reader as well get a little bit of a different view of how the other person sees life. So with that, we'll hop into the oracle. I pull 3 oracle cards. With each one, if you are asking a specific question, push pause before I reveal it, and then you can hear the reveal after you've asked your question internally. And with that, we'll get started. With your first card is the 7 Deadly Sins, humanity's destructive traits. The 7 deadly sins are the things that will destroy a soul. In this particular aspect, what I'm hearing for our water family is pride, ego, could be a problem, but so could sloth. So you don't want to overdo either one of these. It's time to find the balance. Be proud of your accomplishments, but don't become egoic, like, I'm so much better than everyone else. It's not necessary. And when it says to relax, it doesn't mean to give up on everything either. So this is where you step into your balance energy, that justice card. The 7 deadly sins in this aspect is saying, what is it that you are ready to let go of? What is it that could be a distraction? What is it that could be interfering with what your goals, what your dreams, what your ambitions are? And how can you address that? Those are things you can journal. Those are things you can talk to your inner circle with, those 3 to 5 people that are your really closer than blood family type stuff. Find out what they are thinking, bounce some ideas off of them. They may see something you're completely missing, or you might be able to, through talking it out, it might dawn on you, oh, that's what needs to happen. So there's a lot of energy with that card, and it's really saying there's some work to be done, water, but you've got this. It's just a matter of coming to the realizations of it. So your second card is self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. No matter what happens going forward, whether you're single, in a relationship, or it's complicated, however you want to use those terms, you're the one who has to make the changes. Water, you're the one who is the mastery of his or her own relationships and life. Self-reliance is literally saying, you have the pen in your hand, what story are you writing? You have the brush, how are you painting it? Everything that you have heard today is saying, you're in a really good spot. There's a few things that need to be worked on, but the outcome is your choice. There is this call to release some things. But what are you creating after you release them? Why is the universe wanting to remind you to release these things? Is there something special you've been working on and you're maybe feeling a little bit of fear because it's actually coming closer and you're like, What do I do now? It's right there. Did I really want that? That's up to you. But that's what self-reliance is saying, is you're the one that gets to choose. You're the one that's in control of this situation, but don't hold it with a choke grip. If you've ever ridden a horse, you'll know what I'm talking about. You want to have a firm but loose grip when you're holding the reins. If you're holding too tight, there's a higher likelihood the horse is going to spook and buck you off because your tension is being broadcast out. And that's what self-reliance is learning how to hold on, still be the one guiding the ship, but not holding it so tight that the universe can't give you a little bit of bounce and show that there's a lot of options out there. And maybe your way is not like the way you're thinking. This is a straight line. The universe is like, why are you taking the hard route? It's over here. It's way shorter. So when you start to look at it from that perspective, you actually start to grow. And that's what self-reliance is saying, is knowing when to pull back on those reins, when to let the animal have its way, and see what the universe brings to the forefront for you. So your third and final oracle card is moving forward. Get ready for positive changes. When you release, when you let go, when you learn to manage life with the proper level of control, things move quickly. The energy that I'm getting with this one is water. This is where you're at. You are right at that pinnacle of it's time to move. There's a lot of things at play right now. If you don't believe me, look around a little bit, just in your own little pocket of the world, your own neighborhood. There's so many moving parts that it is time for a shift to occur. Whether that is galactic, as in Gaia herself is uplifting and bringing us with her, whether it's a personal thing where you're taking your spirituality to the next level, a relationship could be going to the next level, new relationship coming in, a promotion might be on the horizon for all the hard work that you've done. Get ready for positive change. Things are shifting, things are changing. And water, you're the one who gets to decide how far this goes and where it heads. So, with that, I hope this resonates for you guys and gals out there. Like I said, if you're new, click that subscribe button, and let me know if you've had a different opinion or a vision with the cards, because it's always, like I said, I'm always curious. With that, I'll let you guys go. Have a great rest of your month, and I'll see you in the next video.